Hello, everybody, and welcome to this V-Cycling News interview. And today I'm joined by Simon Miller of the Southborough District Wheelers, and we're going to be talking about the SDW Friday Frenzy. Good morning, Simon. How are you doing?
Hi, Mike. I'm doing really well. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you back on. You're a familiar face in the RGT cycling environment, and you're hosting the SDW Friday Frenzy. It's back for season 3. So, what have we got in store for us this season?
Yeah, more of the same, but with a few tweaks. So third season now, first and second series. I think we tapped into a nice formula in terms of distance of the races, having it on a Friday evening, not too late so that it impinged on sort of family activities. A quick sort of race around sort of 30 to 40 minutes after work and break yourself into the weekend. So we're very much trying to keep true to that. We're going to be using some of the routes that we used previously, which are mostly based around local routes to us here within Kent, UK. Some of those are road circuits, some of them are point-to-point races, some of them are time trials. So a bit of a mix, good fun, good banter. And again, we'll be doing it with individual teams in categories as well.
Yeah, that's right. You have a wide range of individual competitions, don't you? So why don't you run through a few of those categories and we can let everybody know where they can get involved in the competitions.
Yeah, I mean, at the heart of what we're trying to do here is just to provide a very inclusive event for lots of different levels of ability and to create a bit of fun and interest in a series. So, of course, we'll have an individual open GC. So that is really about first person across the post. It's based on points in each round. And we're doing the best 7 of 10 rounds. So you can afford to drop a few rounds. We're going to have 5 rounds before Christmas and 5 after Christmas. So that's our overall individual competition. But underneath that, we'll have some subcategories, as you suggest. So we'll have our own Southborough District Wheelers category within that, but it's a race very much open to all. And within those other categories, we've also got an over 45s event as well. And we've also got a female category, and we're looking very much forward to some more female riders within this series. And also a youth category as well. We've got some youth riders within Southborough District Wheelers under 16s that have really enjoyed the platform, and hopefully we can attract a few more as well for that. And then we've got the teams competition as well. We did this in Series 2 last year, and we've tweaked it slightly this series. So maximum of 4 riders, minimum of 2. Your best 2 results from each round count, but only your best 7 of 10 rounds to the series. So if you can only muster up 2 or 3, then you still got a good chance of competing within the series. Hey, if you can get more than 4, then why not enter a couple of teams? But really good fun within the team competition as well.
Yeah, I think what's really good about this series is that as a real world club, you're embracing RGT, embracing the online scene. It's a great way to get club members training throughout the winter, but also it's open to everybody as well. So there's all these different competitions that people can get involved with, like you say, individuals, teams as well. And for the overall winner this year, you've managed to secure a top quality prize for them as well, haven't you?
Well, for the first 2 series, we had a couple of great prizes donated by 8 Bike Company Collective. That's one of our supporters of the series. And they were based around some experiences and events. And fortunately, they worked well. But as we've got more international, those become a little less practical. So for this series, what we've put up is a Southborough District Wheelers Calais race fit jersey for our overall GC winners. That's worth over £100. So you'll certainly stand out in that jersey. Mike, I know you've got one of those and are the envy down there in the southwest of England.
Yeah, I certainly
But
do stand out with that, and it is a very nice fit as well. I didn't realise it was quite such a valuable item, but I know they are sought after, so I do wear it with
very
pride
good.
when I'm out and about. So thanks a lot for that.
No problem. So that'll be for our open category winner. And then we'll have some Calais casquettes as well, race caps for our other category winners as well. And of course, all the kudos that goes with being our Series 3 champions.
Well, of course, it's not going to be an easy series. As you mentioned, there's your 7 best results from the 10 races count. You've got a good mixture of profiles and race courses from around the local area using the Magic Roads feature. I see the Tonbridge 10 mile TT is making a return. Is that right?
Yeah, so I mean, we're a club that is steeped in tradition across a number of disciplines, and one of those being time trials, a very British thing. With the 10 mile club time trials. So we've incorporated a couple of time trials. Those are with the draft off mass start events. So those are really good to kind of, really set a PB and test yourself against others on the platform with pure wattage. We've got a nice scratch event that's worked really well for us at Lee Valley on a short circuit sprint event, followed by a Herne Hill Omnium or a Devil's Race, where the last two riders are dropped each lap. So that's been really popular in years gone past. We've got some circuit races at places like Cyclo Park in Kent with multiple laps and tight corners to test your sort of braking and acceleration out of those and cornering capabilities. And then we've got our point-to-point races on some local routes, finishing on our 10th round on an excellent round, the Tunbridge to Toys, Toys Hill being one of the UK top 100 climbs. And we'll be finishing at the top of that. And that would be great if that comes down to a final series decider between 2 or 3 riders at the top of that hilltop finish.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a nice range of courses once again, and all of the information for these is available on rgtdb.com. You can go in there, there's a link to the series page, and that's got all the profiles, all the sign up links, and also all of the information on the various competitions, point structure, and information on the prizes and supporters as well. So this is kicking off this Friday at 6:30 p.m. UK time. Please do come along and get involved, and we're going to be covering the first race on V-Cycling News as well, so we're going to have live coverage of that on our Facebook and YouTube streams, so it'd be great to have you all involved. Any final thoughts, Simon? Any final messages for the fans and for the riders?
Well, look, we love being part of the RGT community and making friends through this, and I'll tell you one of the fantastic things is, as we've been riding through the summer around the UK, particularly in the southeast here of England, but broader as well, we've had people recognize our jersey and come up and have a chat to us, who've seen us on RGT and raced in part of the series, and that's really what this is about. So yes, there are some competitions, but we just look forward to the chat, the engagement, and building the community. So come along, it's good fun, and like I say, it's accessible levels with those categories, and hopefully something everybody can enjoy.
Well, thanks a lot for your time this morning, Simon, and we look forward to seeing you on the road this Friday, 6:30 p.m. UK time. See you out there, and have a good week, everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the return of the Southborough District Wheelers Friday Frenzy. So this is race number 1 of a 10 race series, and we're on the Fordcombe Loop. It's a 20.46 kilometre race, 250 metres of climbing. It's pretty undulating, there's a dip in the middle and then a big climb up again. That's where the majority of the climbing is, but there's a few little lumps in between as well. And as we just heard from Simon Miller there at the top of the show, the SDW online rep, there's a full race series of 10 races. It's going to be a packed program, lots of different races as well, some TTs in there, some crit racing, a real mixture of events. So here we are, race 1 then. Let's have a little look at the rider list, because we have got huge numbers signed up. Oh, there you can see 112 riders are currently signed up for today's race. Absolutely massive numbers, and we can take a look through who we've got here, and let's just do a little refresh on that, because the numbers are going up all the time. Like I say, 112 currently in this event, and yeah, it's going to be an absolute wild event. And we can see some names there: Rob Miller, Simon Miller, don't think they're related. David Daly's in here. I've not raced with him for a while. He's racing from down under. And let's just do see if we can force a little refresh. No, it's not going to do it. So, oh, maybe we can. Let's just give it another moment to load up, because, yeah, there's so many names in here. It really is a big field. Not going to do it. Never mind. All right. So, We are going to head over to the start line in a second. We have got around about 2.5 minutes to the start then. And yeah, as you can see, look at that, absolutely crammed in there. Look at that, look how many rows we are. We've currently got 95 riders on the start line then. That's another one's just popped in there. That's incredible numbers. Not seen a race like this for a while on RGT actually, so yeah, certainly impressive. Good to see people supporting the SDW race then, and it's good to see them returning for season 3. I did see Andrew Larking, who is the season 1 leader, or the season 1 winner I should say. He has returned for this season. Here I am down on the start line then. 1 minute 35 from the start. And good to see we've got a good range of SDW riders. You can see them with their kits there. And actually we've got a number of them in our rider room this evening. Let's switch over to that then. There they are in our rider room on the right hand side, getting warmed up. I'm just going to sign back in with this account because unfortunately it's bit of a technical issue there. Don't know why that happened. So we'll quickly jump back in with a minute to go. Yeah, resume my ride. So just that's a good thing about RGT there, getting back in. But yeah, we can see Steve Dennis there, Donald Grant, Kester, Warren Gardner, Simon Miller there on the phone in the top right hand corner. So these guys are just getting ready to rock and rumble. We've got 45 seconds out from the start then. So these guys are got their kits on. Look, good to see them all with their Southman District Wheeler kits on, rocking those. We are just about now 30 seconds from the start. Good to have you all on the chat as well there then. Got Shemek. I've recently learnt how to pronounce your name, so hopefully I'll get it right this year. Right, here we are then. 15 seconds. I'm going to get powered up. I don't want to miss the start. It is a quick start, slightly downhill. So Francois Lambert making the early run in. Oh, that was a fast start. She's great back then. Oh, that really was a wild start. Wasn't expecting quite so much there. Look how many yellow and red jerseys we've got here. Fantastic to see. We have a Danish rider off the front. So 100 riders online then. As we hit the first little lump. Ned Bowen taking the lead. Marina in there. and it's getting stretched out behind. Look at this train. It is fast, furious, and a frenzy. Right, are they, guys? We get another little attack off the front end. Safe logic of restart racing. Oh. But it's still setting the pace then. Oh. Good downhill section now then. There we are, back to the rider room. We're working hard. Logic is off the front on his own at the moment. Oh, we've been caught though. It's coming back together. Oh, Gardner is right up there. He's in our rider room. Doug Hart on the front then. He's a strong rider. Kester Dobson, also in our rider room up there at the front. Doug Hart now pushes off the front. So there's Kester, top middle row. Got Warren in the bottom right. Both working hard, both in this front group. Been a tough old race so far. Doug Hart's opened up a 50-metre lead then. But we're on some downhill sections. I can't see that lasting. We're now on another slight uphill. 1%. Before a big downhill. You want to make sure you're towards the front. Just lodge it once again. Just going across to the front. There's that downhill then. Coming up to the hairpin in a moment. Going in an anti-clockwise direction today. Have a little uphill section then. My little brake is caught. Coming back with the Danish riders group. Now Nick Reno on the front, Warren Gardner in second. Cheers, Russ. Glad we can bring you something different. There are those pain faces again then. I'm here as well. Here's my pain face. Oh, tough race. Bit more climbing just to come then. 250 metres in total. So still another 175 metres on this course. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Russ. I would, but it messes with the green screen. It goes a bit see-through. So I'll have to hang it up behind me next time. Yeah, very honoured to have one of those sent to me. As Doug Hart is once again on the front. No problem, Russ. Makes it all the better when I've got people tuning in and commenting on the live chat. The gradient kicks up then, we're just over halfway. A lot of support for Joe. So like to crest this little lump, and there'll be a bit of a downhill, and then the main climb of the day, that big red section on the gradient at the bottom. SDW and Hartfield make an attempt off the front then. They've opened up a 10 metre gap. But I don't think they'll stay away for long. So they're over the crest, into the downhill. And then they're going to start that climb. You can see it, the top right hand corner. Maxed it out around 8 or 9%. But it is over 1 kilometre long, more like 2 kilometres. Steeper in the middle. And then levelling off again. Fortunately, I've been dropped from this group. I'm slightly off the back here. Time to ride my race then. Put back to the front.
Going up to the middle part of this climb. It's Vigneau off the front. Feel like he eased up for a moment there. And again. Oh, I don't like what I'm seeing here, guys. Funny. Let's get the power and cadence on. And now Vigneau goes past, or Devola goes past Vigneau. We're on board with Vigneau. With some interesting pedaling and power technique here. A bit further behind, there's Mike Swart. Andrew Larkin, our season 1 winner. Doug Hartfell just behind him. Doug put in a great ride yesterday. That was in the Tour of the North Stage 4 event. So Larkin here, pretty much at the top of the climb. Just levelling off now then. These three have got a bit of a gap on the field. Mr. Voda and Vigneau 80 metres ahead of them. I'll zoom out. Might just get a glimpse, looking back, of John Beams, Dave Blodgett. There they are in the orange and mint. Back to the rider room for a moment then. How are these guys doing? Some great pain faces there. Simon Miller looking in a world of hurt. Warren grimacing. Steve Dennis looking steady. Donald Grant looking like he's going to give us a wave on the camera. Some interesting pain caves there. Right, back to the action. Oh. So, the results will come through live. We're about 5 kilometres until we start to get these results. And here we see Beams and Blodgett coming back to create a group of 5. Voda still on the front then. Vigneau still trying to catch with that unusual pedalling style. I'm going to call it out. It looks suspect to me. One for the commissaires. I'm a bit further back. Here I am. Got a couple of 3R teammates here for company. And Rob Miller, just up ahead. And we are 380 metres behind Tom Moss, Mr. Dobson, See, there's 6 of us here, so a nice little group. We might be able to work together and gain some ground. But these 2 are still holding off that chase group of 5. 50 metres back at the moment. 4k to go. Couple of small little bumps to negotiate for these guys. There's Kester. We're coming for you, Kester. We're 300 metres back. Keep working hard. You and Tom Moss aren't safe yet. And our front 2 are caught. Here we are then. Cheers, Ross. Send some beers my way. And now it's Beams, recent winner of the Tour des Alpes and OTR's 10-day stage race, on the front. And Vigneau's about to be dropped, I think. Not long for those riders to the finish. Front group of 7. Oh, you can see at the bottom it's quite strung out, all those white dots representing all the riders. Thanks for tuning in, Alyssa. Appreciate your company this Friday evening. So it's a front group of 7. We're a little bit further back. We've got 6. And there's a mixture of riders in between. We'll cover them as they come across the line. We're going to stick with this front group. There they are, Andrew Larkin going well on the front. His Beams once again come through. 2.5k for these guys. There's a slight dip down and a slight little incline up the other side. They're pushing on Mike Swart and Vino slightly gapped. Here comes Swart then. Larkin is just behind him. There's Larkin. Looks like Vino is done for this 30-40 metres further back then. If I'm being brutally honest, for the race, that's a good thing. I don't like to call it out without some evidence, but it did look dodgy. Yes. We will speak to him after the race for some evidence. If he can provide it, he'll be he'll stay instated. It's innocent unless shown otherwise. But we do like to have fun, fair riding. There might not be anything up for grabs. One last look at the rider room before our leaders get to the finish. They're on this uphill section then, 1.2k to the finish. Looks like Simon Miller's about to order a beer there. Steve Dennis bouncing around there, he's upped his pace. Donald Grant, head down. I can't see it, I can ignore it. Either that or just checking his legs are still attached. Hester and Tom Moss staying away from our little chase group at the moment then. So Larkin now distance 30 metres back with 500 metres to go then. And it's Mike Swart, founder and creator of RGT DB. He's going. Hartford and Beams looking to follow. Devoda and Logic respond. Hartford's come through. Logic keeping the power on. He comes through to the front. Slightly snaky finish then. There's the finish line. He's got a gap. Hartfield's trying. But Logic takes it. Hartfield second. Oh, Devoda third. Beams fourth. Swart is fifth. Here's Larking in sixth. Vigneault will take seventh. A bit further back. Here's our battle for the top 10. Nick Greeno ahead of Doug Hart. The 9th and 10th. There's Sheppers. Keith Aitchison is going to take 11th. Benians, I'm sure he's SDW, he's going to take 12th. He's going to be the best SDW rider today. Linden, 13th. There's a bit of a chase on here. 4 riders pushing. And it's going to be Lambert, Back, Bowen, Branson, then Banner. Oh. There's the results coming in. That's Daniel across the line. That's Gardner Dobson. There's Tom Moss. A bit further back. Oh. Few more riders on their way in. Oh, there we go. Oh, and King takes it. King takes it from Brooke Wobble on the line. Oh. Ah. Back for the results then. There's our top 20 just coming round. Here's Simon Miller then in 33rd. Just trying to hold off Pedley. He holds on for 33rd. Here's Philip Riley. So Philip organises the results after the event. He's not in our rider room this evening. But Philip He organises all of the results afterwards, because there are lots of different categories, as we heard at the start. Team categories, open category, youth, women's, juniors. So well done to Philip. He comes across in 35th. Here's Duffy, another SDW rider. And then just behind him, a little group. He's got 100 metres, Duffy, over this group of 4. Looks like he's going to hang on. Keep these guys at bay then. Well done to all the SDW riders. Thanks for those who have joined us there in the rider room. Great to have you with us. Let's follow a few more riders. And here's a little sprint then. We're going to see anyone going for it yet. We've got Gusarov there. He comes through. Just to claim 37th. Then Paris, Vercic and Maric. So it's great to see so many riders still there. Having a nice chat. Having a cool down afterwards. Oh, a little sprint there between Wybrow and Jem Page. Wybrow just grabbing that ahead of Jem Page. With Tippett close in behind. And another little bunch there, Ellis, Clavero, and our early leader, B. Christoph, I think that is. He did some of the earlier hard riding. G. Richards, and then a few more riders here coming through. Vudler, Proctor, Dominguez. Quite a tough finish, slightly uphill, and then the last 100 metres it does drop downhill then. As you can see, nice bunch of riders there after the finish line. Good to see them having a bit of a cool down, having a good chat as well. Some nice friendly discussions afterwards. So yeah, that was a very good race. Actually, the top 50, they weren't too far behind in the end. A hilly course like that, even though it's only a 20k course, it can easily get very blown apart. But we've still got 41 riders out there. So great to see such great participation. Thanks for tuning in, Christoph, Russ, Alyssa. So yeah, great to have you all with us. Here's the camera bot then. He's still down halfway near the start. But let's work our way up then. These are the ZMS cams. They're over on the other channel if you do want to check them out. So Aishi down in. Good to see they're still going round. They're about 60% of the way round on that main climb then. So just before that main climb. Here's Streck. They look like they've had a bit of a technical there. They're over the tough bit of the climb, so not sure what's happened there. F. Huslop. Good to see they're still going. Yeah, should be here next week, Russ. P. Simone. And we've got Elliot. Philipsova, one of our female SDW riders. She participated in season 2. Good to see her returning for season 3 then. Nearly at the finish, just 3k to go for her. And then we've got Algie and Dennis. A little bit up the road from her. Another SDW rider. Really good numbers from the SDW riders today. Nielsen, M. Cadge. And we've got Linda from Down Under, from Australia here, riding in OTR colours. So one of the strong female riders. And here, just ahead of her, is Donald Grant still going. Steve Dennis is chasing him down. We can see them in our rider room. There they are, battling to the end. Tongue out for Donald. Just over a kilometre to go, though there's a slight little uphill here, which is quite painful for the last K. And then a little group here of Novi, Silver, M. Williams, another female rider here. Also from Down Under.
McColt, Agostoni, Derry. Actually, let's just jump forward a couple because we have got a little battle here for some SDW riders. It's Benito just ahead of Weaver, and then just behind them is Howard's just been pipped on the line there by Kay Brants, but I think Howard may be our first SDW lady across the line. We'll have to check that. As I mentioned, Philip Riley will be bringing you all the results. Let's cut back down a bit then. It's Donald then. They're going hard. Simon Miller there on the group chat. Lots of encouragement. Thanks for tuning in, Russ. Hopefully you'll be there next week as well. Come join the rider room. Plenty of room in there. Don't worry, I won't get too crowded. So, Henry Weaver looks like first place youth rider then. As Donald's coming up this last little incline before there is a little bit of respite onto the downhill for the last little section of the course. That finish line does sneak up on you. It's around that corner, a little bit winding at the end there. Even here at 250 meters to go, it's not obvious where that line is. There it is. There's the finish line then. And there's Donald. Cruise into the line then. Great effort. That's a well-earned beer this evening. Oh, so let's just check out the final results then. We've got a few more riders here. Coming across, Linda, going to be the next rider. We're just going to follow Mr. Dennis here, 3/4 of a kilometre to the line. But let's run through those top 20 results. Dave Blodgett then of Restart Racing, taking the win just ahead of Walt Hartfeld. Fabian Devola in third place, rounding out the podium. John Beams, fourth, and Mike Swart, fifth. They gapped Andrew Larkin in the last couple of kilometres. He finishes in sixth. Joel Vino in seventh. Nick Greenall, best of the Rassia racers today, finishing just ahead of Doug Hart and Joris Sheppers. Some strong riding once again by those riders. Keith Aitchinson in 11th. Joe Benyons, I think, is our best placed SDW rider. TBC, because he didn't have an SDW shirt on, so maybe he'll get disqualified. Jan van der Linden in 13th, riding for Pokemotion. Francis Lambert from Cibois CCS. Fleming Back from ECKD, the Danish e-cycling club. Ned Bowen, the Westerly CC Season 2 champion, and 16th. He's joining the draft racing team. As we see, oh, Mr. Dennis just been pipped on the line there by Alge, has just come through. Patrick Franson in 17th, Jan Vanner in 18th, Daniel Neugebauer 19th, and I think that's actually Daniel Magalis in 20th place then. So, Joe, I've been informed Joe Benyons is racing for his first claim club, Lewis Cycling. So, yeah, we'll have to get the the rankings from Philip Riley then to see actually who was the first SDW rider. All of the results are on rgtdb.com. So do go and check those out, and also look on Facebook for the official results courtesy of Philip Riley. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We should be here next week, and I'm going to leave you now with a little advert for La Copa. This is another racing series that's starting soon on RGT. It's been organised by Alex Plager. I know the SDW guys raced in season 1. Season 2 is coming soon. and it's a team-based competition. All the details on RGT DB. Go check them out. And here's a little teaser. See you all again soon. Have a good evening and enjoy your weekends.